Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Brian back here again. After my two previous videos from Ian Levine, a lot of people seem to think I'm just an idiot who just hates on Ian for no reason, and that couldn't be further from the truth. I don't hate Ian for no reason. I don't like his attitudes and everything. I don't like the way he takes criticism. He tells you to F off and die, and that essentially tries to avoid himself from criticism. And he surrounds himself with people in his group and that constantly praise him, even though he's done some terrible things, like telling people to F off and die and to off themselves. It's really a horrible situation altogether. This guy is 71 too, and he's telling people to do stuff like this, and it's really bad. But today I wanted to go through and let's watch a full episode of one of Ian's recreations. This is one of his latest ones that he's released to people, and he's posted images of from Fraser Hines with the link into it. So this isn't a leak or anything. This is something he's publicly released to everyone who has the link. So I downloaded it just to make it more convenient so it doesn't buffer or anything. So let's get started and watch this. Of course, the first part's just going to be the normal Doctor Who logo and everything. Of course. That's how all these are started. That's the only thing, a part of this video that's not even AI generated. Funnily enough, the rest of this video is AI generated. Look at this. Look how smooth these trees are and everything. Doesn't really make much sense to me. And then you got these sweeping drone shots that wouldn't have existed in the 60s. I don't know why Ian was saying these are basically perfect from the 60s, because none of this stuff would have existed back then. You can't do a drone shot in the 60s. That technology didn't even exist. Like, you can't even tell. You could see smoke and everything down there. Like, the movements are like it's all shoddily. The faces look all blurry, mess. The guns are like morphing into each other. The faces are morphing into the guns. I mean, that's like probably one of the only ones that looks nice. Like the morphing on the faces looks weird. That one looks nice. It's weird how that one looks nice. And then you got these soldiers right here. Their faces are like morphing into each other, which is kind of weird. And you got this slow walk. Like, I'm pausing it. Like, you see on the left side right there. Is that Bruce Campbell? Is that Bruce Campbell? When was he in the Highlanders? I don't remember that. I don't remember him being in Doctor Who. Look at her head. Her head is huge compared to the rest of her body. Why does it look like that? No, like, it's not properly scaled. Like, there's no sense of scale in these videos. Yeah, and there's another drone shot. What is this? That looks... I don't know. It still looks like Bruce Campbell. It looks weird. Like, the forest is kind of weird, too. Like, it moves in on itself. Police dojo? I'm not the only one seeing that, right? Police dojo? Really? Come on. You couldn't have fixed that up? You're supposed to say police box on there, not police dojo. And why does the light go through the sign like that? That's a little weird, too. Ooh, why does Polly look like that? Ooh, she blurs. Why is she motion blur? Ben, ooh. They're so smoothed out. Look at her eyes, like, they're like, look at, ooh. Look at his head. His head is too big for his body.
You never give up hope, do you? We'll ask the doctor. Hey, doctor.
Look at that hat he has. It doesn't even look like it's naturally part of it. His head's too big. Holy shit. Why does it look like that? The cannonball looked like crap too. It probably looked better in the 60s. Why is he walking so slow? Why is he walking like a fashion model? Why do they look like that? Why are they so smooth? Like look at Ben. His clothes are way too smoothed out. His hair is like morphed into his head. What? Why does he look like that?
What are you doing down there?
Doctor, why does it? God, they look like, oh my God. Like when you see the stuff in motion and like when they're talking and everything, it just looks bad. Look at the doctor, he's got that lazy eye. Like the hat doesn't look like it's properly on him at all. It looks like it's just floating there.
You don't want us to think you're afraid, do you?
Why not?
Look, we
It doesn't even look like Patrick Troughton. It looks like an amalgamation of Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell. These don't look proper. It doesn't even look like them. And then, like these shots, these shots make no sense. Like there's the drone shots. Like they didn't have that.
He's a doctor.
Aye, and food.
Water.
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 Ugh.
So we drop left yet.
Is that supposed to be Jamie? Ooh. The flask like merges into his face.
It's done. The hands are broken, shot to pieces by the English.
Ew. Dude keeps looking like Bruce Campbell and like the mouth movements just don't. The bagpipe merges into his face.
The prince in a fashion cell. He was the first to leave the field. What's that you say about the prince?
Oh, stay the pair of you! Why didn't you leave me to die on the field?
I'm going to admit, it seems like Ian and his team actually finally decided to get rid of the little lip flaps that happen after the dialogue for a lot of these characters, because a lot of the times the dialogue, like their lips would continue to move after they talk, and it looked really weird. But even still, this sort of doesn't look like the lips are properly matching up on a lot of this dialogue. And it, like the movements of their eyes, their head, it doesn't feel natural at all. I don't see how they could. A lot of people could say this is indistinguishable from the original serial, because it is definitely very much different from how it was in the 60s.
You're the laird himself.
There's like a lot of ghosting on a lot of the pictures. The movements of their faces are completely unnatural. A lot of the stuff is way too smoothed out. Like look at her face. It's way too smooth. There's no imperfections at all. Like you would normally see on a person. Even in the 60s, you would probably see little tiny imperfections on their face. But it looks way too smoothed out. A lot of these movements are weird. Like why is he moving like that? It doesn't look natural. They're just standing there, and sometimes their walking is just, it doesn't look properly for their bodies as well. This is seen in like Marco Polo, where they had like weird slow walking for whatever reason.
Hey, look.
Ben just looks weird. The doctor looks weird. Second doctor looks weird with the hat. And then, like, he morphs into a woman here for some reason. He looks like Susan with a hat on. Like, they're not properly scaled to that cannon. The cannon is way too big. Like,
This must be where that cannonball came from. It's unlikely.
I mean, it's weird. Sometimes he looks like the Patrick Troughton. Sometimes he looks way too smoothed out. Like, right here, and then his eye looks all messed up.
I would like a hat like this.
Why does he look like he looks like he has a monocle on sometimes, but it looks too smoothed out.
It's got words on it. With Charles outbreak.
It doesn't look like Polly too. Like when you look at her from the side, like when she's has a side profile. Oh, I remember this from the pictures. This was one of those early Highlanders pictures that got sent out, and it looks like he didn't improve that at all. It doesn't look like Patrick Troughton at all. it looks nothing like him. We're 6 minutes into this episode, and like a lot of the characters just do not look like the way they should look in the show. It's like the animators that he's sending these to, or like he's taking like the loose cannon recons, the reconstructions from loose cannon, and just like running them through AI filters or like Luma AI, where it just animates it for whatever reason. It looks completely unnatural. It doesn't look like Patrick Troughton. It doesn't look like Paulie. It doesn't look like Ben. Doesn't look like Jamie. And one of the Scottish actors looks like Bruce Campbell for some reason. Not sure why that is. Like, and like there's like little these. I'm sure there'll be glitches, but
Careful, like.
is that supposed to be Jamie? Oh my God, the way his face like unnaturally turns. Ooh. Some of these I remember from like.
That's right here. Quick!
Oh, I don't like the. Ooh, that's way too slow. Why are they slowly walking like that? It's like. Or like, are they trying to fill time from the original audio? Oh, her eyes just like they morphed into like back into her skull.
I know not. They're no Scots. They threw down the prince's cocaine. What prince? Prince Charles Edward. Bonnie Prince Charlie. You have that tongue.
I think I understand why this looks a little unnatural. Like their faces aren't naturally emoting like how they would in the original Doctor Who episodes. I think that's a reason why it looks so like into the Uncanny Valley, because you don't see them emoting properly. It's my theory for that, but I think that's why this looks terrible.
Aye, I thought so. English, the three of them, camp followers to the Duke of Cumberland, come to steal from the dead.
Find them all, won't you? You wish to
It doesn't look like he's properly. That guy was supposed to be yelling in that. He doesn't look like he's angry at all while yelling. And for whatever reason, it doesn't come across that way in the mind. Like he's supposed to be yelling, but he doesn't look like he's angry.
You can't kill us in cold blood. Oh, our blood's warm enough. Your English troopers gave no quarter to men, women, and bairns.
Doctor, tell them who we are.
Get away with you, woman!
Just Jamie doesn't look properly. None of these characters look properly.
We're not gonna trust the lad with these Sassenachs, woman. Kirsty, get away with him. I get out of you.
The gun doesn't look good.
Better then. Now,
That gun didn't look good.
Your swords, I think. Then, cock the pistol.
That really doesn't look like Patrick Troughton either. Look at that gun. Does that, like, the gun was like a bit longer in that previous shot where Ben picks it up. His jacket's all smoothed out. It looks too clean. I feel like this jacket should be a little bit dirtied up. The gun is way too small. It's like a snub-nosed pistol or something, or some kind of, or looks like more like a scope on a gun stock or a gun handle or something. It doesn't look proper. And Patrick Troughton, like the Doctor doesn't look like the Doctor. His bow tie looks like it's about to merge right into his shirt. His eyes are like, it doesn't look like it. It looks like looks like William Hartnell pasted onto the model of Patrick Troughton. It makes no sense to me. Like his jacket's way too smoothed out. It looks way too clean. A lot of this stuff looks way too clean. Like you got a little artifacting on his eyes and everything. They move weird when he's talking. Like his irises and his pupils are like merging back into his skull. Polly looks weird. I don't know, man. Jamie doesn't look proper. Look at his eyes, man. They're like morphing into his pupils and irises.
Not going to harm him. Polly?
Yes?
You go with her.
All right.
Off you go then.
Will you show me where the stream is?
Here, Kirsty. Take the little spyglass with you. Watch out for these Sassenach dragoons.
Like, I feel like you'd probably get the story more if you're just watching a proper, like, a telesnap reconstruction. At least then you got descriptions and everything. In my opinion. He's still holding that gun, and that gun looks like...
Will you both give us your word that you'll not molest us? We're only trying to save your lad from bleeding.
It looks like the doctor has like a lazy eye on his left eye right there, because it droops down like most times when he's speaking.
Aye. You have our word. Put it away, man. Well, you gonna trust these blokes? Highlander's word is his bond.
I don't know. Jamie and Bruce Campbell here still look weird. Their faces are kind of smooth out. I don't think I don't think it really, it doesn't resemble Fraser Hines at all at that time.
At least don't point it at me.
Yeah, see the gun. Look at that. The gun is longer there.
Went off. You fool! You'll have every English soldier within miles. What's wrong with that? What? You should have.
Like the doctor's eyes just merging back into his face. It's like it keeps trying to merge with his like eyelid or something, or his eyebrow.
Paid more attention to your history books, Ben.
And then it like glitches out, and then Ben is just a talking head. Almost looks like a Clutch Cargo episode. Oof. This is all sorts of rough right here. You got trees, and then it looks like a desert type area. I think these are supposed to be English soldiers or something fighting against the Scottish. The movement of this looks weirdly unnatural. Why is it so slow?
In the door of the college where the shooting seemed to come from. Good. Only one? Only one scene, sir. There could be more. It better be. Haven't seen many, have we? Well, the troopers go ahead of us, sir.
I don't know if it's just me not properly seeing that, but like I think there is some lip flapping after that these two guys speak their lines, because it looks like it, like they didn't edit that properly.
When I got away, they took their possessions with them. Let's hope so.
Their eyes are merging with their eyebrows again, or their eyelids. It looks like
Yes, sir. Donna.
That sweeping shot wouldn't have existed in the 60s. They probably push in for a zoom. This is more like they're moving the camera over on like a dolly. I don't think they really had dolly shots like that in the 60s. Horse movement, it was okay. I think that's one of the few that I've seen that's actually pretty okay in this episode.
I will try and draw him away from this cottage. Wait.
You see that?
One chance. It is but a very slim one. I will try and draw him away from this cottage. Wait.
What happened to the doctor there? His eyes are merged back into his skull. They rolled up into his skull.
Wait.
The movement is so deliberately slow. I don't know why it is. I feel like it was supposed to be faster than this. I've seen this before in the Marco Polo episodes when you got Ian and Barbara, like they're walking on the top of the mountain on. This is episode 1 of Marco Polo that Ian had commissioned, and they're on the roof of the world, and they encounter Marco Polo, and they do this really slow walk towards the camera, and it looks so unnatural, like they used somebody's green screen footage or something that's free on YouTube to use, and like that's how slow they walked in the green screen footage. That's a death scene? The dude was walking and he just dies like that. What was that?
Surrender on the King's line. Well, blimey, it's good to hear a London voice again. Silence, you rebel dog. Rebel? What are you talking about? I'm no rebel. Me and the doctor here have just arrived. Deserted him. You're lying just the same. I'm glad you've come, Sergeant. I was waiting for an escort. Simmer tongue, Sergeant.
That's a weird looking jump. I don't know.
I am. A gentleman at last. Dr. Van Veer, at your service. Doctor who? That's what I said. One of those confounded froggies that take...
This guy doesn't have any eyes at all. He just has black voids in there. His face is too smooth. The wig looks like it's about to merge right into his face. His hat is too smooth. Everything is just way too smooth out. I think they went a little overboard on the smoothing filters for a lot of this stuff, and he gives you like this plasticky feeling. It's like the Autons are here like maybe like 10 or like 9 years too early.
Came over with the pretender. We ain't French, are we? German, from Hanover, where your good King George comes from. And I speak English a good deal better than he does.
Here, that's treason. Shall we hang him now?
Wait a moment. Who is that?
Yeah, okay. There was that too. His mouth kept moving, and then like it took like 5 or 10 seconds before he actually said anything.
Colin McLaren, a laird, and I'm his piper.
Ah, they're a poor lot, sir. We get no pickings here. Let's hang them and have done.
Well, a right shower you are. What have we done? Nothing.
Ben's just having a happy expression while he says this, and emoting at not at all. He should be angry when he's saying this, but he's just look like he's smiling through this entire thing.
What have you got against these two? They lost the battle, right? Well, doesn't that make them...
He just looks completely happy.
Prisoners of war.
I don't know why they would do that.
Had to hang them.
Sir, take him out.
I was haven't done anything, but he can't walk.
Drag him.
Oh, he kept moving his mouth through that. That guy has a lazy eye. Look at, or no, he has a void for an eye. He's not seeing anything.
Perkins, yes. Not a very inspiring battle, would you say, Perkins?
Just little cross-eyed there for a minute.
I've never seen one before. This one was over in a brief hour. Huh. Never have I seen such brave fellows so poorly led. And now,
Personally, I think
butchering the
they're
wounded.
blinking.
It's such a waste of
I think another thing I found that's unnatural is they keep blinking like at a nut. It's not like a human blink. It's like an unnatural blink. Like they just randomly added blinks throughout this entire thing. Where did he go? He like morphed down to the ground. This is a little slow. Why is that a little slow? It's not at the same. It doesn't feel like it's at the same frame rate as the rest of the animation.
And I'll have them, Perkins. I did not give up a thriving legal practice just for the honor of serving King George as his commissioner of prisons.
And his head, their mouths are moving back and forth like they're repeating footage like they didn't have enough to.
Of course, on how many of the wretched rebels we can deliver from His Majesty's overzealous soldiers.
What was that? Didn't even look like he was spitting at all. Like I get it, like it's supposed to look like he's spitting, but like it didn't. He didn't parse his mouth like in a pucker to spit at all.
I think we'd best be about our business. Otherwise, there'll be nothing but corpses left on the battlefield.
He barely blinks. Oh, he blink. Oh, yeah, I say that, and he blinks like 5 times within like 5 seconds.
I've had enough for one day. Come, Perkins, we'll walk. Yes. Perkins? Yes, sir. Perkins!
And it's like they only have like one single like image for that one guy right there. What is with Polly's skirt? Why does it look like that? Why is it so short? I don't remember her short skirt being that short.
You can't recognize English redcoats when you see them, even at this distance. English? Well, that's all right then, we're safe. Do you want to get us both killed, tortured? You know,
Polly's, the way that Polly looks, her sweater looks too smooth. Her face is so smooth too. Jamie just doesn't look proper. That doesn't look like Fraser Adams. They're not scaled properly either with their backgrounds. Like they're horribly out of scale with their background.
There must be something we can do. We can, but more. Crying's no good. Have you still got breath to run? Come on, we're going to create a diversion.
It's weird. You don't show them getting up. Like, what was that? Oh wow, she like morphed into her arm, like morphed into her hair.
Look, sir. Over there. What have you? Looks like a winch. Stab me, there's another one. Puts me in mind of what Sergeant King of the Dragoons said. What? Well, the Dragoons have got orders to stop every woman. Not that they need them, mind. Get to the point, Sergeant. Yeah, well, they've heard that the prince is trying to escape.
I could see their mouths like continue to go that for like one frame of a second. They can keep going after they finish their lines. It's weird how some of this looks good, but like others are terribly sloppy.
Hang them with the officer away. Let's go. It'll do no good. Rubbish, you must know this place better than they do. There's a high track, and we're younger than they are.
Why is their face so like that? Oh my god. I thought they were going towards the soldiers. Why are they like running like that? Shorts even shorter here. It's like morphing into her leg. They look like they're about to be hanged, and Ben looks like he's gonna smile about being hanged. The nooses aren't even properly around their necks. It doesn't look natural at all. It looks like they're photoshopped on there. Jeez, man. It looks, wow. Doesn't even look like it's properly there. It probably wasn't properly there. They probably photoshopped that on.
You think he will catch them? That young whelp couldn't catch his own grandmother.
I think they essentially just like they did it without the nooses and then didn't properly Photoshop it or like properly edit it on the video because it doesn't look like it's around their necks at all.
Got a delicate stomach, he has. Always leaves the dirty stuff to me. Right, get him up.
Oh, do they have some proper? Look at that. They have some proper footage from the original. Look at it. There was some proper footage from the Highlanders, but they couldn't use it for.
What do you want? One moment. Who the devil are you?
Like the difference is staggering between like actual surviving footage from Highlanders to like to whatever AI abomination this is. With the faces are just morphing into it and everything. Wow. Like it's staggering.
All prisoner, not these.
Perkins. The other pocket, I think.
His head's too big. The guy on the left's head was too big. It wasn't in proper scale with his body. God dang. Nothing stays in proper scale with the AI. But like if you got stuff from like the original surviving footage and everything, it's in scale. Like see, sometimes it looks like it's in scale and sometimes it isn't. Like the nooses aren't in scale properly. They're not proper. They don't look like they're properly wrapped around their necks. A lot of the look at this guy. He's not doing anything at all. He's just leaning against him. The doctor just looks like he's all smoothed out, and he's a amalgamation of William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton. This guy, they just keep using the white-haired guy with the hat. They just keep reusing the same footage for him for some reason. Like they ran out of money to properly animate that.
Who is this extraordinary rogue?
He says he's a frog doctor, sir.
Chairman! And I know more about the English law than you do, it seems.
I'm the only law what matters to you right now, matey. And if this gentleman don't want you, you ain't.
No,
It's weird. It's just they just look like talking heads from a Clutch Cargo episode that aren't properly emoting.
Send him along with the other prisoners, 2 minutes. The leg goes too, you can hang
Oh, poor Jamie. Poor Fraser Hines. I don't even know if that message that Ian sent him about this is even real. I mean, it probably is, but like he knows people that in the industry, but like a lot of these older actors don't know really any better about the implications of AI and everything, and how it steals work from other people. It uses the other artists' work that's scraped off the internet from other from like video sites and other places on social media.
Just in time, Perkins. Just in time.
Got this Smee looking guy on the right.
This
You
is
got
okay,
these.
they'll not find us here.
Ooh, why is it so dark now? Why did they? Her head's out of scale. Her head's out of scale. It's like they're using the head from the close-up shots, but like it's completely out of scale with her body. Why is it so dark now? You couldn't have used like a little bit lighter earlier, or is this to show that it's nighttime? But because
You don't live here, do you? Oh no. The family use it as a
her mouth wasn't even moving for that first. Oh no.
cattle raid. A cattle raid? You mean you rob people? No. We only take from those who steal from us.
Why?
It's dark.
I noticed why. Another reason why this looks so unnatural. Their eyes are always so wide when they're talking. Look at Polly. Her eyes are just so big and wide for some reason.
Supply of food here.
It just.
There's only one meat biscuit. When was it left here? Well, about 3 months ago.
And sometimes a dog biscuit.
Oh, it's a dog biscuit. Biscuits are not
Like the way that a hand was holding the biscuit too is kind of weird.
Just to begin. Oh, no, you start. I don't want to lose all my fillings. Tea. Doesn't matter. You start. I'm not hungry, really. Got to make a plan.
Ugh.
Saw them being marched away.
It's
Now, where would they be taking them?
This, like the largeness of her eyes, the smoothness of her skin is just, it's weird. You're expecting when you're in close up to have a little bit more imperfections on the person's skin, but it really does look like they just ran a bunch of filters through a lot of these telesnap images.
What have we got we can sell?
She's not in proper scale with that either. It looks like she's like,
English. They've got my friends too, remember?
honestly, it doesn't look like there was any care at all taken with this. If
Skirts of a bear, you're a
like,
woman.
this is why I wait for the official BBC animations.
Don't. Look, you've got to trust me.
Like,
It doesn't belong to me. It's
like you may not agree with that, but like a lot of the BBC animations are better than nothing. And these AI animations are nothing. These are absolutely nothing. This is just slop generated out of a computer through filters, and it doesn't even resemble anything to look like the original episodes at all.
the battle. He would kill me if
If you go back and watch the loose cannon recons, I guarantee those look way better than whatever this is.
he's yourself.
She was really close to her, and now she's far back. Why is she far back now? That jump is so jarring. She shouldn't look like that. Why is there no proper animations to that? Why do they keep using the same exact walk cycle?
You'll get lost.
Why do they all look like fashion models walking down a runway? That's what I want to know. They're not in proper scale at all. Like the backgrounds are not matching. Like why does she look like that? Why do all these walk animations look like they're fashion models? Why is your skirt so tiny? That doesn't even look like Polly. Oh my God, they just keep messing. They keep messing this up, man. Oof, her face more from that. Oof. Now she's missing a bunch of hair. Okay. Jeez, man. I don't think even that transition to the transition to the credits is just terrible, man. Wow. You don't know what's going on. Like it's like a bunch of morphing into each other. Ugh. I don't think Ian's learned anything from the previous stuff. It's terrible. I wish he did learn from the other stuff, but it seems like he didn't. Notice that the credits don't have any credits to the animators at all. It's probably because he's outsourcing all this stuff to Bangladesh or Russia, where his English, where his money is gonna go a little bit more further, because he doesn't have to pay him as much in order to do these animations. Sadly, also it's kind of illegal to outsource your work to Russia as well, since there's a bunch of sanctions right now due to the Russian-Ukraine war right now, and the UK is one of those countries that puts sanctions on Russia doing stuff. So what Ian is kind of doing is legal. What he was doing wasn't even legal in the first place, since he's using copyrighted BBC audio and images. The images being the telesnaps and the audio being the stuff that the BBC still sells nowadays, because they have the records with the stories, and the actors from who played some of the companions are doing like the in-betweens to describe what's going on. But yeah, Ian's doing something completely illegal with a lot of this stuff, and I wish he knew that, because he just doesn't seem to understand that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe next time, if another AI thing comes out, we'll take a look at it, and we'll see. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.